Okay, about the photo field. Okay, before we insert a photo, we need to work on this image files. Assuming you have downloaded 10 photos, but most likely you downloaded a JPEG or GIF, those kinds of image files. So what we need to do is we need to convert into bitmap file and BMP file extension, which is a Microsoft product, Microsoft convertible image file. So in order to do that, assuming you are using a Windows computer, okay, right click on the image and you're going to open the image on a photo editing program. Usually Paint is associated with because it's come with Windows, and actually any photo editing will do, but most likely Paint application. Okay, open it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna click File, save it as BMP picture, BMP. Okay, that's the bitmap image file. Okay, BMP. Then you just click save at this point. Just don't change anything. What will happen is just extension of the image file will be BMP. Okay, click save. So you do those 10 times. Here we go. Next, I think I just chicken. Yeah, corn, open, pane, save. Save it as BMP. Click save. So pork, open, pinned, file, save it as BMP. And wings, open, file, save it as BMP. Alright, so you do convert all of them. So you'll have 10 BMP files additionally. So in order to insert into Access, back to your menu table in photo column. So just select the cell that you're gonna enter, you're gonna insert the photo. For example, chicken. So you're gonna insert chicken photo there. Right click on the cell, insert object, click bitmap image, click create from file, browse. Let's use chicken.bmp. Again, that must be BMP, not other extension. Okay, make sure you're selecting BMP extension, then click OK. Click OK. Right now, it's not going to show the photo, but we'll see how we're going to show this photo into different objects. So you keep doing it for 10 times because you're going to insert 10 different photo. So I'm going to insert corn this time, bitmap image, create from, browse, BMP extension for the corn, click OK. All right, so you do 10 times. But I just made it 2 for a while. Okay, so here we go. I'll make sure you save the changes. Oh, I want to show how this photo will show on other object. To show those images, you need to use different object. For example, click create tab, then make sure menu is selected. You don't have to open, just select menu, then go to create tab, and you can click form so that a form design will create a page by page layout for the table. So each page will indicate one record. So that's the first record, second record, third, all the way to 20, whatever number of. So notice that the image is added, right, for the photo column. Okay, I just added 2, so I should have only 2. Okay, so you should have at least 10 different photos inserted. Okay, so that was inserting photo. Next step, making a relationship. That's step number 3. Create a relationship. Okay, just make sure close your tables. Okay, not entire database, but only close the object. So you should not open any of those. So to create a relationship, go to database tools, click relationships. Then you're going to insert menu, supply. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a link between these two tables. Okay, how? Using supply ID. Supplier ID is a link between these two tables. Okay, see that supply ID on this table, supplier ID in supplier table. So there's a common field existed. So I'm going to use that. How? You're going to click supply ID from one, doesn't matter which side, but just click, drag over to the other side of the same supply ID, drop it, and pop this up. Then click first little box, enforce referential integrity. Meaning that basically you're going to use supplier ID to make a link. Then you click create. And you see this a link created, meaning one supplier for many menu items. And this relationship also will be saved. So click save button right there. Right, once you save, this close relationship. So that was step number 3, creating relationship. Now step number 4, creating queries. Now we create a tables relationship. It's time to work on producing some outputs. Okay, here we go. Click create tab, and you're gonna click query right here, query wizard, or you can click query design. Well, let's work on query design. Assuming you're gonna use 2 tables, I'm gonna click menu, add, click supplier, add it. So basically top portion is showing what tables you're gonna use. Bottom portion will display what kind of fields you're going to show in your query. Queries is nothing more than you are manipulating data and you are organizing data in different way depending on how you want to show the data. Okay, for example, let's say you want to show item name, which is menu name, right? I just double click cost, and quantity available, photos. Okay, let's say that's what you want to display in this query. Okay, Once select, it'll show each of those fields in output. Okay, for example, if once you've done that, you click Run or change the view. Either way, it'll show the results. So I'm going to click Run. So that's your output. A photo will not show in this display. Okay, photo will show only in um, forms or reports. So I think it's not a good idea including photos. But anyway, other than photo, that's what you're gonna get. Hamburgers cost is $1, quantity available 93, and so forth. Okay, so you can always edit what you got. So go back to View, click Design View. So if you don't like to show photo, just remove it. Just highlight, push delete. Okay, and I think this is too simple. Okay, we need to show something meaningful, right? For example, price, the average price or total price or something like that. Okay, so let's work on costs and quantity. Oh, well, yeah, let's, in order to show, the total average and all that, you need to turn this on, which is totals icon right there, so that you have appropriate calculations. For example, if you click your item cost, group by, then you can click sum, so it'll show the sum of cost by item. Then this, I think we don't have to show this. Let's try it. Sum of the item. Because some, if you have a multiple items in this table, it would not work well because we have only one item each. But assuming you have like placing order, people order same amount multiple times, then it'll show the cost or price or whatever those items then multiply by. So I don't think it's a good idea to show the sum, but we can. So let's do this. Okay, the first query we're gonna do is we're gonna show the sum average. Okay, so you're gonna show item cost twice. Okay, first item cost, second item cost. Make sure this totals icon is turned on. Then you click sum. Then second total you show as average. Okay, then you run it. So sum of the total cost of those menu we have there is $21. Average of each item is 119. Okay, then we're going to save this as costs. How about that? Okay, so that was our first query. Second query, go back to create, query design. I'm going to add both of them into background. This time, I'm going to add supplier name, item name, quantity available, and supplier ID so that we can display which item is supplied by which supplier. Okay, so run it. There you go. Item name, which is hamburger, supplied by S005. I think we can add a name of the supplier. So go back to design view. I want to add supplier name at the end. Then go back. I'm gonna run again to show the results. Okay. So basically, this will show which item is supplied by which supplier, including ID and supplier name. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it as items supplied. Okay. Our third query, which is the last query, pretty simple so far. I'm going to click Create tab, Query Design, adding both of them to the background. Let's see, this time I want to create menu item for certain prices. Let's say menu I want to select menu price greater than $2.99. How about that? So it'll show, I should do it the other way. It'll pick up only menu price greater than $2.99. Okay, then you click run. There are only two items higher than $2.99, which is beer bread. Let's check whether that's the truth. So I'm gonna go back to menu. So prices are very cheap, as you can see, right? Most of them are just less than $2 and whatever. So we can make it even lower to make it more realistic, like $1.99. How about that? And it'll show the menu price greater than $1.99. Run it. There you go. Pick up probably 7 items. So let's just save this as price greater than $1.99. All right. So we have 3 queries saved, and number 5, which is forms. Okay. So in order to create forms, just select menu. First of all, don't open it, just click table menu, click create, click form. Okay, this is it. So if you navigate using this navigation button at the bottom, it'll show those items each pages, right? Same thing with suppliers, just click supplier, don't open it, just click supplier to the same step. Actually, you need to save it first, so I'm gonna just name the form as a menu and click OK. And supplier, select it, create, then you're gonna click form. There you go, that's the a form supplier. So you can navigate one by one. Then you're gonna save it. The name of form we're gonna give is supplier and click OK. So we are done with forms. Reports. Exactly the same step with creating forms. So select menu, go to create, then click report right here. Difference is report will show all records in one page or one screen, whereas the form will show in different way, right? Then you're going to save it again as menu report. Same thing with the supplier table. Click supplier table, click create tab, click report. Then you're going to create a report name supplier. And I believe, and there you go, the photo will show on report as well. All right, so we're going to save the supplier on report. and make sure everything is saved. Okay, you don't have to save as. You can always click Save button. Everything will be saved under one file. Okay, assuming everything is done, actually that's it. Okay, make sure everything works without any problems. Then I'm going to close everything down and make sure you saved access file to GeoGebView.